We've heard some wonderful speeches, and now, how about we hear from the Queen herself? I'd now like to present our newest Walk of Famer, Melba Moore.
I promise not to scream. I lied! This was never in my radar. I never had any thoughts or dreams about being on Hollywood Vine in the pavement. Seriously, it's so amazing. I don't really have words, but I wrote a few things down because I knew that I would get so dumbfounded, I wouldn't be able to say anything. So I hope I'm telling you a few things that you haven't been told already. I was born in Harlem Hospital, New York City, to a single-parent mother. She was her first profession was as a big band singer. My father's name was Teddy Hill. He was a well-known big band leader. And he also managed Mitten's Playhouse, one of the most famous jazz nightclubs in Harlem during the bebop and modern jazz era. Musicians like Dizzy Gillespie, and Miles Davis, and many, many other jazz greats played at Mitten's Playhouse and in my father Teddy Hill's band. As a matter of fact, Mitten's Playhouse is still open. My mother and daddy never married. My mother and Teddy Hill never married. Mother traveled a lot, and she was away from our home a lot. So you might say I was a product of an absentee father and mother. Plus, she brought my grandmother, her mother, to New York from Birmingham, Alabama, to try to take care of her because my grandmother had had strokes. So mother hired someone to take care of me and grandma. Her name was Lulu Hawkins. We called her Mama Lou. She was orphaned, illiterate, and of course, she was a domestic. We don't know when or where she was born. We don't know anything about her family. But the last place she remembered living and growing up and working was Salisbury, North Carolina, on somebody's sharecropper farm. She made it to New York City working as a housekeeper for a family that was coming to New York. I know this because of all the stories that she used to tell me about that and about her picking cotton and tobacco and chopping tobacco and slaughtering hogs and all that kind of stuff. Now, the reason I'm focusing on Mama Lou for just a moment is because, first of all, she raised me. Second of all, she's probably the reason that I won the Tony Award for my portrayal of Ludi Bell Gussie Mae Jenkins as an orphan, illiterate domestic on Broadway in the musical Pearlie. People thought I had studied acting, but I was just imitating Mama Lou. Mother met a gentleman from Newark, New Jersey, named Clem Mormon. He was a piano player, and he had a group called the Piccadilly Pipers. He hired Mother to be the lead singer. That's when she gave herself the stage name Bonnie Davis. She made several recordings under that name, too. But they fell in love and got married. So me, Mama Lou, Grandma, and Mother moved to Newark, New Jersey, to live with my new stepdad and his son Dennis, his daughter Clementine, and later we had two half-brothers, Elliot and Gerard Mormon. I was 9 years old at the time. So I went from being an only child, a very lonely child, in a broken family, with no music to speak of in our lives. I went from that to being a part of a whole family, a sister, 3 brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, mother, father, grandparents, relatives up the wazoo. And music became the centerpiece of our lives. Daddy made all of us kids take piano lessons. Sometimes their band, the Piccadilly Pipers, would rehearse in our home. Can you imagine a live band in your living room? I went to Arts High School in Newark, and I majored in vocal music. I went to Montclair State Teachers College and got a Bachelor of Arts degree in vocal music education. And my first job, my first profession, was as a Newark public school classroom vocal music teacher. Did that for several years, and then I said to my parents, but I want to be a performer like you. So Daddy did his best to get me into the entertainment industry. And so I met a lot of people, but one of the people I met was Valerie Simpson. And she's the one that got me started as a studio backup singer in the entertainment industry. Of course, Nick Ashford was there. He was just getting started in the industry too, as a backup singer. Can I tell you something? Those days they were just so much fun. One of the recording sessions was for Galt McDermott. He wrote the music for the Broadway musical Hair, and he was also the music director. He was assisted by by the two stars of the play, Jim Rado and Jerry Ragney. They were still casting, and the session was about 2 weeks long. So Jim, Jerry, and Galt invited everybody on the session to come and sing for the producer and the director, and promised us places in the play. It wasn't really audition, they were still looking for strong singers. Well, I went and sang for the director and the producer, and I got in. Well, after I had been in the show for a while, my friend and fellow cast member, Mary Laurie Davis, who's here today, and who also is a very loud-mouthed black young woman, sitting right, where are you, Mary? She's still got a big mouth. Mary's very special because she said to the producers, how come y'all don't never let a black woman try out for the lead part? So Jim and Jerry and Galt said, well, they just had never thought about it. So they rehearsed me and let me perform for a matinee, and I got the part. I got the lead. So Mary is the reason I even had a chance to try out for the lead. So thank you, Mary. There are a lot of very talented young ladies that played the lead of Sheila in that play, but one of them was Diane Keaton, so I wound up replacing Diane Keaton. Okay, let me see, what was I saying here? Okay, I did that. So I just want to acknowledge my own mind and memory, because I'm very, very nervous up here. I never had any thought that I'd be up here doing this. But I would say for Hair, it broke all the rules, it opened up all the doors for us, and I could never have imagined the amazing things that have happened to me because of that experience along my journey. Things that have been mentioned, like the Melba Moore Clifton Davis show, my guest appearances on Ed Sullivan, Johnny Carson, Carol Burnett, Flip Wilson, Bing Crosby, Bill Cosby. And I want to thank Jerry Silverhart, who's here, who was part of our management. Where are you, Jerry? Help me say thank you to Jerry, please. We did so many things that I'm not able to mention here because I don't have a memory like he does. But I was a guest on soap operas, the Academy Awards, just to name a few. And I want to say thank you to those that were responsible for my very long and successful recording career, including a new project that's out now that Jimmy Jan was telling you just about now, which is headed by my daughter, Charlie Huggins, and her Uncle Bo. Would you stand up, Charlie, so my people can see how my beautiful daughter is? This new project is on her label. It's called Gallery Entertainment. It's called Imagine. And she's just added a new bonus record, which is a remake of the classic R&B hit by my friends Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson. I'm laughing because I can't even talk. I'm too excited and nervous. But I got to say this and acknowledge it. And this is the first speech I've ever tried to write. So hopefully I get a lot more awards and I'll learn how to write speeches. I can't believe the incredible things that are happening to me right now. I'm so grateful to be still doing the things that I love to do, and it still feeds my soul. I'm so excited about it. I'm grateful for my family being my biggest advocates. I'm grateful for Ms. Frida Payne for being such a good friend over the years, Ms. Cheryl Lee Ralph, for Mr. Cat Williams. You are an angel. You know what I'm talking about. Your kindness, your generosity is unmeasured and unmatched. Miss Lunell, baby, you are one of a kind. I love her, and I speak with her very often only because she's just a good person. She just comes in and warms you and lets you know that you're somebody that matters to her and to the world. She lets you know that you matter on this planet. You already know, I want to say thank you to Mr. Richard J. Alexander. He's the one who cast me as the first Black Fantine in Les Miserables. And you know, it's not about a black people, it's about a French Revolution. So that was very creative casting. I want to say thank you to Ron Richardson here, who's brought incredible people into my life. I want to say thank you. I want to thank you to D Nice and Club Quarantine and the Club Quarantine crew. Anybody hear from them? Cross the street. Ah! How amazing they have been in keeping me out there and relevant to everything that's continuing to go on. Our society is changing in volatile ways and dynamic ways. And because somebody like D Nice and Club Quarantine are there, we're part of the mix in a positive, beautiful way, continuing to do what we can to make society a better place because of our presence. I'm grateful for the Huggins family, Hush Productions, Orpheus Entertainment, the Gallery Entertainment. I want to say thank you to everybody that's here today to make this possible for me. I know that it took a lot of time. I know that it took a lot of commitment, and I want to thank you all for acknowledging me. I want to thank you for coming here physically to do this and to support me and congratulate me and share with me a once-in-a-lifetime moment. This will never, ever, ever, ever happen again. Thanking you for making it happen for me. The Chamber of Commerce, thank you. There's so many people that had something to do with making this happen that I don't know who you are, but I thank you. I said cat. Didn't I say cat? I better say cat. I have so many friends here, and I just want to say, although it's redundant, I don't have a lot of words, but you'll see by my life that I live that I really do appreciate your lives that you have. You've given me a piece of your life, and it's very, very important, not only for here, but we please God when we do this, and He promises that we will have life eternal. We will have it good. We will have it with our friends that we shared here because we did good things with each other and for each other. And I want you to know that I'm humble. Okay, now I'm going to cry. I want you to know that I'm honored, that I'm absolutely astonished. I never, ever, ever thought of anything like this. I never even thought about it. I'm really kind of dumbfounded. And I want you to know from the very bottom of my heart, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you!
Melba Moore, ladies and gentlemen. And now I think it's time to unveil the star.